3-5-2 for this Detroit City side. Devin Amumenta, Stephen Carroll, Michael Bryant need to be very compact. We might see Bryant shift over to the right because Reese Williams will be more attack-minded. Murphy with shade to the left, but the first start in USL Championship for Danny Espeleta. How good can he be at understanding when to press, but also when to drop down and do defensive works for Rhode Island, a team that is flying at this moment in time. Again, 3-5-2 formation wide, but Mike, it all comes down to that front two.
Detroit stands over the ball to begin the proceedings this afternoon. Here we go, Detroit City welcome Rhode Island FC to Keyworth Stadium in Hamtramck, Michigan. Levi's, snap back to Murphy. Knocked down by Williams. Walked ahead by Espeleta. Mentioned his first start for Detroit.
This back line for Detroit City have their handful with all the attacking power for Rhode Island.
Espeleta, Rodriguez, over slides the Darcy. Danny Dicchio takes over this Detroit City side from now sporting director Trevor James, former assistant in Toronto, the Canadian national team, the last 2 years in Sacramento. As a forward, a 17-year pro career, and Ricky, when he came in, he made it clear, we're going to score more goals than we have in the past. They're going to possess the ball, and they're going to find ways to be creative when they get to the final third.
That's a great ball there.
Yazid Matthews leads it over. Amo, Denard, Espeleta above the bar. 3 minutes in.
Fantastic run off the shoulder from Yazid Matthews, but look at the lack of rotation for Grant Stoneman. Who comes in underneath. Great save from Koke Vegas, but if you're Espeleta, you're asking for a little bit of composure. You put this back on target. You do not need to hit it hard. Let momentum do its thing. Get clean contact.
Williams. Murphy. Olstead on the run. Amumenta. Bit of a struggle from the Darcy. He's got it now. Swerving around the outside. Jose Quizera. Electric winger. Buson. Big switch for Turnbull. Stoneman. Ibarra. Ground down by Maxi Rodriguez. Williams got by. J.J. Williams in front, bobbled. Turnbull racing after it, and finally Steinwasser has it.
Every moment for this Detroit City goalkeeper, but what about this turn for J.J. Williams? As he plays it with the outside of his right foot, now you have the ability with
the stadium they'd hope to open in 2027. Williams quaffs it ahead. Never got to Dikwa. Amo. Stoneman made that difficult off the back of Espeleta. I think players don't like being here with the opposition. Imagine Lorenzo Hernandez.
Do not envy his job whatsoever.
No, tough gig for the guy in blue today.
He's done well, to be fair.
Yeah.
Done really well.
Darcy. Murphy. Tapped into the width. Stays with the side in the gold road kits. That being R-H-O-D-E, road. Quizera. Cross. Turnbull was coming. He called off Dikwa. Offside never occurred. Williams. And down to ground. Steinwasser. Genuflex gets it over the line. Although now the offside flag has been raised.
Island is finding a lot of success on wide parts of the field, and then it's a cutback ball that's been causing issues. Backside of your screen, about a yard off from Quizera.
Espeleta. Mensa. Okay. Holstead. Quizera glides by Williams. Up high. Fuson! 4 years at Creighton, got his master's in data science at Fordham in the Bronx. Then jumped into the pro game waiting for a chance, was a trialist. It took a couple weeks. Eventually, Espeleta into the team, his 5th appearance for Detroit in the regular year, and his first start. Mo, Mensa, back to Bryant. Swerving in, Mo. Not the first touch, and Yao cleans him off the ball and allows Koke into the frame. Rodriguez through the back.
Teams are starting to figure out defensively what structure they want to implement here. Specifically the double base, whether it's Murphy and Maxi Rodriguez for Detroit City, Ibarra and Holstead for the visiting side. More connected, watch out.
Turnbull took it away, ahead. Turnbull off the mark. He and Fuson playing off one another.
This would be for Steven Turnbull. He's onside by about a yard, but now you're asking for decision making. He needs to go up and over Steinwasser.
Ibarra fell to the backside. Stoneman knocked down and eventually held by Steinwasser.
This is some stave from Steinwasser. Just look at the traffic in front of him. About 4 bodies. He sees it late.
St. Bryant's been the MVP of this game for Detroit. Suddenly it's 3v3 in the back. Williams, that's a vital intervention for Carroll.
But too many times, Mike, this back 3 for Detroit City is getting exposed, having to put out way too many fighters.
3v3 the other way. Williams dances in. And the Tasmanian Devil in that moment, leaving a cloud of dust behind Nadarse. And halftime arrives here at Hamtramck. It is definitely the fight we thought we were going to get. Cedeno, Morris, and Villanueva coming in for Mo, Levi's, and Espeleta, who in his first start provided a real spark at the beginning of this game.
It's going to be really interesting now for Detroit City. Now, how quickly can you get those players up the tempo?
Corner for Detroit. Can they finally cash in approaching the final 15 minutes? Swung into the near post. Karam's high to Villanueva. Cedeno lashing in front, backheel didn't go. Follow up off the crossbar and out. And it was the magic man, Maxi Rodriguez. Wherever he scores, wins follow. A ton of new blood in the coaching ranks here in the championship. And you think about young guys, Danny Cruz, Ben Pierman, Mark Briggs. Some guys that have really bright futures.
And the one thing that you look at all of those coaches, now they have the ability to relate to the players because they've been in their shoes. They understand what it's like to be a USL Championship player and the highs and the lows that come with it, of being a professional athlete. So I do think the best managers are the ones that can really relate on a personal level, but still maintain that relationship that when I say go, do think we have Danny Dicchio and Connell Smith too at the front of that.
Angling in, Cedeno. Williams, he's got a cannon. Williams hangs it across. Settle back from Morris, who just came on. Cedeno falls in front. There's the goal. He's only just come into the game. Ben Morris. Cue the smoke. Detroit ahead.
As a number 9, you need to make your living in and around that 18-yard box. Gets the initial action. It's a fantastic first touch, but as he stays on side, look how quickly he gets his feet underneath him. As his ball pops out, the body language, the athleticism, and the technical ability to get your feet right, to close your hips at the last second and guide it into that far post.
Corner across, diving header away. It's 1-1 satisfactory. If you're Rhode Island, going on the road and taking anything out of Detroit, borderline miraculous historically.
100%. I do think Connell Smith is going to be very proud of his boys, the way that they fought back.
Long throw in for Rhode Island. Medarce went up. Rodriguez sends it wide. We've gone to 7 minutes. Brito aligns, fires, ball bounces through toward Dikwa, knocked away from him. And full time arrives in Hamtramck. Rhode Island steal a point, 4 minutes shy of full time. And Detroit and Rhode Island